How much cutesy childlike stuff is there?
Pretty much none.
A lot of that.
Very little.
Really? Okay.
No, this is actually being
Game of
heralded
Thrones.
it's the darkest Final Fantasy they've made. Probably the most adult angle.
God damn. Am I going to play the first Final Fantasy I've played since 7? Like original 7?
Yeah.
There was an area that I went
14,
through
I guess
recently.
14 counts.
I know exactly
there was this
what
area,
you're going to say, Co.
the two side quests right next to each other.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. They are some of the more like impactful Final Fantasy quests I think I've ever done. Like, and they were like back to back, where it's just like, dude, this is
very dark, very
like
depressing.
They're very
There's multiple times where it's like
the first one.
Yeah, there's multiple times throughout those quests where I was just like, can I just murder this entire region? Like I just want to kill everyone here. Everyone's a piece of shit. They all just suck.
Also, it has an M rating. Is that correct?
Yeah. So there's not full nudity, but there is like nudity on screen with like cleverly placed camera shots, is what I will say.
Sure.
And they also drop the fuck bomb first 5 minutes, and then right after that, a guy says fuck like 8 times in a row, like just fuck. Like it's pretty mature in that regard.
Is there gore?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of blood.
Man, you are ticking all of my boxes right now, homie.
Yeah,
there's like a scene. There is a scene that is reminiscent of Game of Thrones.
100%.
Like,
yeah. A lot of side boob. Yeah. A lot of smoking. There's a lot of smoking. The audio design is also weird in some of those cutscenes where like it's almost too good. And there's one scene where like a guy is chewing, and it's like if they were they like recorded it, like they just went and got a sandwich and just bit straight into it right next to the mic and didn't adjust the volume levels.
Oh,
so you're just hearing smacking.
There's been a couple eating portions where it's just like,
no.
No.
Yeah. I'm 100%. It's fantastic for me. I'm loving every single moment of it.
So I've been dealing with water issues in my house, particularly leaks. And there was one particular part where there's some of the best 3D like drip sounds that happen once every like 10 to 30 seconds.
Okay.
And I seriously at one point on my stream was just sitting there like this, being like, is that in the game? Is that there it was again? Wait, was that?
I've done that. Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like, hold on, let me turn my speakers down, guys. Like it was.
There's a couple of like dog bark moments that happen off in the distance, and I'm like, was that? Nope, that was in game. That was not my dog.
Dude, what was it? The Lies We Tell Ourselves demo had a really accurate door knock.
Oh yeah, and those are messed up.
And the chat, everybody in the chat erupted because I went, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that happened to me recently
it's in
too,
the
in something else.
Game.
Yeah, I forgot what game that was. Performance is definitely a conversation I think that we could have, because it is all over the place. Is a word or a phrase I've seen thrown around. Are you playing performance, Co?
Yes.
A lot of people have said they prefer playing quality, which locks it at 30. Because performance is 60 for the most part. It drops down every once in a while. But like the combat for me has been mostly fine. I don't know if you have a different experience for it.
I absolutely loathe the motion blur in this game.
Motion blur is terrible.
It's terrible. Like it literally turns it into like a blurry mess whenever you move around. My only other technical issue I'd say was the fact that I hate the L1 circle thing. I don't like L1 dodging.
Yeah.
So
hold on. Go back to motion blur. You can't turn it off?
No, there's no toggle. Not yet.
They're gonna have announced that it's coming. They have announced that it's coming.
Okay.
And the circle L1 thing I found really terrible. So I actually went into the accessibility settings of my PlayStation 5 and I switched L1 and circle. It kind of is messed up for menus and stuff. Having to remember to hit L1 instead of circle. But combat, 10 times better.
Yeah.
10 times better. Oh yeah. It feels the combat flow is so much better. with circle dodge. Like it's night and day. The fact that you can't change that in game is a travesty. The
They have like control schemes, but that's
only thing you can do is change schemes. But the secondary scheme that actually has 0 or O for dodge, whatever it is terrible. The rest of the buttons are terrible.
Yeah.
So it's like they should just allow button assignments, man. Like,
they should.
I don't know. It was driving me crazy.
Yeah. It definitely. I think I'm on the default as layout A. I know when I was like talking about the controls, because my issue is square is like swing your sword, and triangle is use magic. And there's a technique called magic burst, which you swing your sword and then hit magic right afterwards, and it does kind of like if you time it correctly, it does a magic burst, which just does more damage. And you can hold down triangle to go from like fire to fire, so fire 1 to fire 2, or even higher depending on if you upgrade it, blah, blah, blah. And that is weird because it's like you can hold down magic, but also continue to attack. And then magic.
You can also hold down square.
Right. And so like, I didn't like that at first. And now I've kind of gotten used to it. Every once in a while, I'll like claw the controller. I'll like hold it like, whoops, it's still plugged in. I'll hold it like this to play, which is kind of strange. Like just, it's weird. The control scheme is not like perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I have issues with it. But if I swap, I'm already 20 hours in, 25 hours in, and the muscle memory is just going to fuck me if I try to swap. So I have not swapped. But yeah, I'm 100% with you, Co. I wish everything was I wish I could just change the bindings, right? And that's what PC will eventually give us. Hopefully. What else is there? We were talking about side quest. I said like the beginning is pretty rough, but they're getting better.
First group of side quests are garbage. Yeah, like the just bring people food and go to this area and pick up a bunch of sacks and then take them back. Like I was very concerned about the quality of the side quests at the beginning.
Yeah.
But not only have they gotten better, I'm told they only continue to get better.
That's what I've been
told. Until towards
the
end, they're actually pretty great. So I'm thankful that I can say that it's definitely, they're making progress.
It's weird.
Definitely did not put their best foot forward with that.
Right. It's a little strange that it's not super strange in the realm of JRPGs, but I'm still getting things unlocked that are like full-fledged systems 20 hours in. I don't know if you've interacted with that stuff yet, so I'm not going to say what they are, but they're pretty big.
The bounties?
Yeah, well that's one of them, but the other twos are also the other two things are also really cool.
I just opened those.
Yeah,
but then I'm getting this like currency that I don't even know what that's for yet.
Yeah, that's another huge
probably
thing.
Like another big mechanic. Yeah, but like I'm getting that, and I'm kind of surprised they give you so much of that before telling you what it is. That seems a little weird. But
it makes sense in the context of what it is and when they give it to you. But we're talking around unless you know what we're talking about. Then it's
we'll wait.
Yeah.
Wayne says, I wonder why Shillup didn't like it so much. He actually falls into the group that we were talking about at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's a taste thing. Like he likes deep RPG mechanics in his Final Fantasy, which is totally valid because that's where that game came from.
Yeah.
So he was very put off by the lack of depth in equipment, the lack of depth in looting, the lack of depth in the general RPG-ness of the game. And again, that's individual taste. That's totally valid and fine. So
the more interesting part I think about the whole Skill Up video review that came out is not his opinion being what it is. It's that his community didn't shit on him for having that opinion, and that's rare. I didn't see any super negative. Yeah, when you're of like the size of Skill Up when it comes to reviews, if you put out if a major publication and IGN or whatever put it out, they would get crucified on the internet. But the fact that it was Skill Up, like everyone in his community was like, cool, like your opinion, don't agree with it whatsoever, but I'm glad you keep making these videos. You're doing great. And I was like, why is everyone being so fucking rational today? What is happening on the internet? This is wild. This is a weird place. So good on him for having his community be as such. That is a rarity.
So he posted his thing on the 23rd, and then he quote tweeted it, and he said, "Plenty of abuse on this one, sure, but mainly are pretty chill about it and okay hearing different perspectives. Thanks to those who took the time to watch it and engage in good faith. I'm glad so many disagree because it means they're having a great time with the game."
And that's probably why, because that quote tweet is the most like non-incendiary statement you could have.
That's
on that.
exactly right. Yeah. And yeah, he's definitely had much.
He's been in the shit
vitriol, like yeah, exactly. He's seen some shit.
He has. Yeah. Cyberpunk expansion, I'm sure, will be a interesting video from him, regardless, whenever that comes out.
I think so.
Yeah, given his the whole Cyberpunk video that he did the first time around, yeah, that was where he was in the shit. That's where he caught some stuff.
God, I don't even remember. Did he say it was good or bad?
Said it was good.
Oh, that's right, because he only had the PC version, and yeah, he had the
That's where isn't that where Shill Up came from? Like, isn't that where the name started?
Possibly.
I think it was.
Yeah, but it's really hard with Cyberpunk because they were purposefully doing everything they could to obfuscate the issues that game had.
Yeah.
The console stuff, like it was a mess. It was a mess.
It was indeed.
That being said, it is going to be hilarious if Phantom Liberty comes out. All those updates actually make it in and work. It actually turns out to be a revival of Cyberpunk, and then people are like, it's good, and everyone's like, no, it can't be good. No.
I was gonna stay off the internet for that. Man,
I can't wait.
I didn't know about any of the Final Fantasy conversation till last night, and like I was far enough. I was avoiding the hashtag, so I clicked on the hashtag, and everyone was like, "Is Final Fantasy 16 a Final Fantasy game?" Like, what the fuck is good? What is all this?
Oh yeah, dude. It's there are people that are like writing open letters, trying to be like, do not ever do this again. Do not take the genre or the franchise this direction. Like, there are people that are very vehemently angry about 16.
Yeah.
Why I don't want to play a movie. Just all sorts of just. Woo.
Yeah.